Hey y'all, it's Tiff. I'm back with another video, and this week I'm going to be giving you guys some tips on how to grow out full natural thick hair. You want your hair to grow out long, you want it to be healthy, and I have a few tips. I've been natural since 2016, so I just wanted to offer some advice and things that helped me on my journey to get my hair at the length that it is now. I will show you guys some before and after pics. The before and after pics will be in the thumbnail, but I also am just going to show you guys on my laptop so you can see in the actual video kind of like the progress. Let's say you're relaxed and you're trying to grow out your natural hair, you're interested in going natural. Let's say you went my route, you went ahead and big chopped. Big chopped is a great option for those who are brave enough to do it, because you are going to be in that shortcut pixie cut to TWA phase. But I would say if you have the guts and you have that inkling to go ahead and do it, then do it. I know personally for me, I got my relaxed hair to bra strap length. I got a horrible quick weave with glue stuck to my my relaxed hair, and that was enough for me to be like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cut off my relaxed hair and go natural. A lot of people told me not to do it. They told me I was going to hate my texture. Basically, they told me that I wouldn't like my curl pattern, I wouldn't like my texture, so I shouldn't go natural. But I went ahead and followed my gut and cut it off. And it's crazy because I actually did film the big chop, but I ended up, either I lost that phone or I deleted it. So this is circa 2016. This is when I officially cut off my hair. I was definitely in the TWA phase. My hair was very short. And I went ahead and I cut it off. Now mind you, it's up to your own discretion on whether you want to do that by yourself or actually go to a hairstylist. I would probably recommend going to a hairstylist, but I think for me it was just very sentimental and I didn't want to wait, so I just went ahead and cut it off. I wanted that fresh start, and yeah, I didn't regret cutting my hair off. My hair texture, appreciated it. I appreciated it at this phase, but I also grew to appreciate and love my natural hair texture. Yes, it's not super bouncy, it's not big loose curls, but it's beautiful and it's kinky and it's full, and I wouldn't have it or change it for anything. So let's go ahead and get into the tips on how to grow out your hair. So the first tip is you want to find out your hair type and your hair porosity. So if you have natural hair or if you are of African descent, then you're probably going to range from type 3 to type 4. I'm definitely in that 4B, 4C range in regards to my hair. And pattern, as y'all can see right now, it looks a little dry. I just had it in some bohemian braids, so I had to take them out. But yeah, my hair is very deceiving. Even when I have a bunch of product in it or moisture, or I use water or a curl refresher, it's still going to look like it's not moisturized. If you have low porosity hair, then you can definitely relate to this struggle. So you definitely want to figure out whether or not you have high porosity, moderate porosity, or low porosity. Even when I had relaxed hair, I was still low porosity. It was hard for my hair strands to absorb moisture. A lot of the times if I wash my hair or if I apply a leave-in conditioner, I really have to work it into my hair in order for it to absorb and take. So that's how you'll know if you have low porosity hair. You can also figure out your porosity level by doing the strand test. And with the strand test, you would just get some warm water and you would just need a strand in your hair. You could take it from your hairbrush and you would just drop it in the water. And if it sinks to the bottom, that means that you have high porosity. People who have high porosity hair usually process their hair a lot. They use a lot of chemicals. Maybe their hair is dyed or bleached. So if it's high porosity, I feel like just as fast as the moisture goes in, it can also leave. So that's how you know if you have high porosity. If you have moderate porosity, your hair is going to float perfectly in the middle, which means that your hair is average. That means that your hair is absorbing moisture the way that it is supposed to. And then if you have low porosity hair like me, then your hair is going to float on top. That means it's not absorbing the water, so it's not floating in the middle or sinking to the bottom. If you do have low porosity hair, my advice would definitely be to do hot treatments. I know when I used to go to the stylist a lot, even with relaxed hair, she would try to get me under a hot blow dryer, like you know the ones they put over your head when you go get a perm or a roller set. She had me sit under there with a deep conditioner for about 30 minutes. So you can do that at home, and they also have like caps that you can use that you can actually put the conditioner in and then attach your blow dryer, and then that'll help with the moisture retention in your hair. Once you get your hair type and your porosity level figured out, then girl, you're rocking and rolling. It's easier to figure out what products are good for you and work with your hair type. So if you have low porosity hair, you know you're going to want to use products that are more water-based in regards to leave-ins and stylers. And then if your hair is moderate to high porosity, then you don't have to necessarily go for that water-based styler, conditioner, or leave-in. You can use something that's an oil-based or something that just generally works better with your hair type. If you're wondering how I know all this information, I used to work at Sally's. So just walking down the aisles and being surrounded by products, you learn so much. Another big tip that I would say into like growing out natural thick hair is to make sure you're cleansing your scalp. I'm not the best at this, but when I do cleanse my scalp, I like to use a shampoo that has tea tree oil in it. Tea tree oil is very good for naturally cleansing your scalp and removing oils and things like that. I know for Black people, we like to grease our scalp, and that can clog the pores. I think it's your pores that clogs your pores. It clogs your hair follicles or whatever, and it blocks growth. So if you have locks, if you have your TWA or whatever you're doing, make sure you use lighter oils. I think you can use like rosemary oil. I still use Blue Magic because my hair is super thick and it's great for styling, but you don't want to use that on your scalp on a consistent basis because it's going to clog your hair follicle and it's going to be harder for your hair to grow. So make sure you're cleansing your scalp regularly. I do it probably once a month because I'm frequently transitioning from protective styles. But I say the perfect schedule would probably be at least twice a month. At least. You're not supposed to do it once a month, so don't be like me and cleanse your hair once a month. You want to do it at least twice a month, if not more, to just make sure that your scalp is clean and healthy and you don't have any buildup on your scalp. Avoid chemical treatments. So it took my hair 2 years to get from the TWA stage to get to a very nice afro. Once I got to that stage, I was very, hold on, let me adjust this. Okay, so once I was able to grow out my hair and I no longer had a TWA, I had a nice fro, and I was insecure about my texture. So my first inkling, seeing girls, you know, natural hair girls that had blonde hair and they were bleaching their hair, and you know, they could do pink, green, blue, whatever they wanted. So I was very excited to go ahead and bleach my hair. Go ahead and find you guys a picture of once my hair officially grew out. This was, so I cut my hair in the summer of 2016. So by the summer of 2018, my hair was very full. So this is my hair after I bleached it. And the bleach job came out absolutely terrible. So I had to hurry up, run to the hair store and grab some Adore. I grabbed this ginger color and I just threw it on top. Then I wore a wig for the rest of that summer. Once I took that wig off, honey, my hair was full. It was beautiful. The color ended up looking great. But definitely, I bleached it myself. I definitely do not recommend that. If you are going to chemically alter your hair or bleach it, please go to a hairstylist or have someone help you that does it on a routine basis, because I was on the brink of ruining my hair. But the smartest thing I did do was not wear my hair out right after I bleached it, and I just gave it time to recover. After you do bleach your hair, chemically alter it, you do want to follow up with protein treatments, deep treatment masks, just to retain that length and retain that moisture in your hair, because when you do bleach or dye your hair, it's going to dry out a lot faster rather than if it was in its natural state. So that's something to keep in mind, but I don't have any regrets. I definitely did not maintain this color or bleach job well. My hair was very dry and fried, and I pretty much had to start over to get to the growth where I am now, which I'll show you guys pictures of kind of where I'm at now with my growth, because you can't really see it in this puff. Moral of the story, if you can avoid chemical treatments for your hair, don't do it. I mean, If you're trying to grow it out and you want it to get to a certain length, don't do it. But if you don't mind, then why not risk it? I risked it. I don't regret it. Yes, it did set me back a couple steps in regards to my hair growth, but I just was in a season of experimenting with my hair. So if you want to experiment, by all means do it, but definitely do your research in regards to bleaching your hair, dyeing it, adding any sort of permanent color. Waxers, I know people do like I'm trying to think, texturizers. Yeah, people do texturizers as well, so you definitely want to be careful with that too, because I don't know how that alters your hair, if it stunts the growth a little bit or adds to breakage, whatever. So do your research. If you're going to be doing any sort of chemical treatments, if anything, try to avoid it by all means necessary. And that's just coming from me. So moisture is so important. Moisture is so important. I say moisture is obviously important if you have type 4 hair, because type 4 hair is leaning more towards the kinkier side. So moisture is super duper important to avoid breakage, especially if you're someone like me who loves to change their hair a lot, who loves wigs, braids, twists, you name it. You definitely want to make sure that your hair is properly moisturized. And when you have low porosity hair, this is even more important for you to do your research, really figure out what products work well for you. I know I like to use very thick leave-in conditioners, very thick stylers and creams and things like that, because they just help with that moisture. So when I do protective styles, they're not as harsh on my hair, and I can actually see the growth once I take them out. So definitely get you a nice little, if let's say you're experimenting, get you a nice little bottle from Dollar Tree, get you some spring water, and then add some of your favorite essential oils in it, and just spray it on your hair throughout the day, even if you have it in a protective style, and you will definitely see a difference. I know for me, I love the braid spray, the African braid spray that you get from the hair store. I love to use that while my hair is in braids or twists, because it just helps on my scalp and helps with the overall growth. So moisture is very important. Also, make sure you're drinking your water too. Drinking water is important, as well as vitamins. So whatever you're putting in your body is going to reflect on the outside with your hair. So if you're taking care of your body and doing what you need to do, I mean, obviously some people have very great genetics, so it doesn't really matter what they do, their hair is always going to look great. But if you value taking care of your health, then that is going to show in your hair. My last tip, this is how I really grew out my hair, but protective styles took my hair from TWA stage to having like a very full fro. Protective styles are really what's going to help you. Like type 4 hair, in my opinion, I didn't speak too much on type 3 because I don't have type 3, but type 4 hair thrives in protective styles. I'm not just saying like your frontal wigs. Like, yes, if you have a great hairstylist that knows how to install them well, then you will see growth from that. But doing protective styles like twist, braids, wigs that, you know, aren't too, like, not too much glue on your hairline, any sort of great protective style is really where your hair is going to thrive, because type 4 hair thrives when it's not manipulated and touched all the time. That's just something I've seen. It's worked for me like a charm. Anytime I want to grow my hair out, I will always find something like locks or braids to put it in, because it just makes the world, oh my god, y'all can't see me. But yeah, twists, locks, or braids, they make the world difference in regards to your hair growth and progress. So please do not underestimate the powers of protective styles. I will say that's the most important step in your hair journey. Make sure that you have a great collective of protective styles that you like to rely on. Okay. Make sure that you have great protective styles that you want to rely on your journey, because it will make the world of a difference, and your hair growth will be taken off. Like, I promise you. Like I said, y'all seen my fro in that picture. It grew out so much. And yeah, other than that, like I said, protective styles, the most important tip out of all of this, protective styles and moisture, that's really where you're gonna see your growth. Make sure you're taking your vitamins, drinking your water, and in no time you'll have a full healthy head of hair. And other than that, guys, that's pretty much all I have for this week's video. I'm sorry if the lighting is a little up and down and off. Today I wanted to use natural lighting, so yeah. But thank you so much for watching. I will be doing more natural hair videos and styling videos, so be looking forward to that. And until my next video.